Greetings and welcome, my fellow patriots, to another episode of the semi-grand campaign currently in Hearts of Iron 4. Alright, and let's get you also doing some exercises. Fine. You can be in charge of that. I don't think we have enough oil to do both things at the same time. Because that's really the only thing we have. We have oil. A lot of it, and we need to export some. Right now nobody needs aluminium. No. Just do what we can. I'll wait for time to tick by. Yeah. Strict austerity adherent. That's not gonna solve anything. Remilitarization of the Rhineland, that is worrying. The 5th cabinet of Calain has once again, like its predecessors, fallen, and the Minister of State Dirk-Jan de Geer has been asked to take up the responsibility of forming a new government. Having last served in 1933, he has proven his ability to serve his country in peacetime. With mounting world tension, however, it's unclear how the new Minister-President will handle leading the nation in a war that looks increasingly more likely. Let's hope it's more stable than the last. Yeah, well... Right, so we no longer got a weak government. Let's see. Do I want to abandon the gold standard? Or do I want to start getting into this? Let's get the economic stuff out of the way because we need to rebuild quickly. Right, let's actually read the description though. Refusing to drop the gold standard has cost us tremendous resources in these past years. Now that France has left the gold bloc, only the Swiss and ourselves remain. Time has come to allow the devaluation of the guilder and to use the freed up resources to improve the sorry state of our defenses. Yes, indeed. Alright, let's get some experience. We will need it. And let's keep researching new stuff. Just the tungsten that we don't have, but I don't feel like sacrificing another factory for 1 unit of tungsten. Alright, Ethiopia has Caliphate status. Well done, Italy. I do hope Belgium doesn't mind. We have got some troops on that border. They're only there to train. Currently filling up. Because I could get my other ships to also do some drills. Well, let's train up our submarines there. Here, all those sea zones. Still got enough oil coming in. Good. Second London Naval Treaty signed. Delegations from Britain, France, Italy, Japan and the US met in December 1935 to discuss the renewal of the First London Naval Treaty, which restricted the number and size of cruisers and submarines. However, negotiations turned quite heated over Italy's war in Ethiopia and Japan's desire to be seen as equal to Britain and the US. With negotiations now at an end, signatory nations have agreed on limits to the size of battleships and aircraft carriers in hopes of preventing another ruinous arms race. More money for the army then. Indeed. Now, we are currently done with this. Not much we can do over here. Could do with some better artillery. I could consider getting a doctrine going. We'll need the engineers though. Get those going. Actually, before I do that, what do I want to do? So do I want to disperse my stuff? Not. We are quite close to Britain, so getting bombed is actually kind of a worry for me. Let's do dispersed industry instead here. So you need to expand the amount of industry we can actually build up. Right, the German Reich dominates Dutch trade negotiations. That is worrisome, but it's fine. Good blockade, but that takes points that I don't really want to invest right now. I could do some nation building. I'm not entirely sure what the point of this is. Because it will build up support for the PNI. What is the PNI? I mean, ideally I would want to integrate these guys. Democratic. Right now they are mostly communists. Yeah, no. Not gonna do that. So let's not activate this. We don't want to ban fascism. We may want to ban communism at some stage, but right now it's not important. Yeah, we've abandoned the gold standard. Let's get the Gateway to Europe decision done so we can start influencing that. We need to get rid of the crisis years. Yeah, the shell-shocked spectator I can only really remove once we get to the war on pacifism stuff. Or if we get invaded. Since we are on historical focus, it'll take some time before we reach that point. We're still some ways behind on goods. It's not much point in building up the infrastructure down here. It's good enough as is. Could build up some forts or some coastal forts. Could consider building some anti-air. And right now I just don't want to stop building up more factories, so let's just keep going. Modify our government. Really do. Let's get the Jacob Adriaan de Wilde. Because currently we are not yet fascists. We could do with the extra political power gain. Speaking of which, what other people do I want? Let's see, this one, the captain of industry, might be useful. Yeah, Prince Bernhard. He's not currently in the government, but he could be. If you ever want to see some scandalous stuff about the Dutch monarchy, look up Prince Bernhard. But yeah, we may want to go for the fascist demagogue once we have that focus done. Alright, but for now we'll just focus on what we can do. Let's become the gateway to Europe. Alright, the Spanish Civil War. Looks fairly normal. Nothing to do with us though, so... Right, now I can't do the next bit until we've either completely got enough trade influence with the Germans. So, there's that. So let's continue the public works. We can overturn the budget later. Right, let's get the captain of industry. We need to boost our construction as much as we can. Games of the 11th Olympiad? Yeah, it says it right there, but gotta figure out what that... Why use the Roman numeral? You could have just said the... never mind. Fine, don't recall that the Netherlands did any particular useful thing in the Olympiads. I mean, it's not like Victoria 2 where we kept winning all those Nobel Prizes. Alright, we are way ahead on that. Let's get the engineer company because we have a lot of swamplands. Well, this is forests, but it's mostly swamplands. Yeah. We just built cities over it. That's why you can't see it, but it's mostly swamplands. Right, so how is the training coming along for our ships? We're currently repairing, but you've already got a regular. And my U-boats are also doing quite well. Alright, so we could placate the Germans. And let's do that. Make sure that the Germans are ahead a little bit. Because otherwise we cannot do the thing. Alright, let's also get the construction researched. And we are now ahead enough. Getting a tank wouldn't be the worst thing, but it's probably not the right time for it just yet. Alright, let's go for the superior firepower doctrine, because I don't think we're gonna be having the manpower to do any of the others effectively. Alright. And we don't have anything else we can do over here. So what do I want to do first? Let's do the mass tunnel first. Our great rivers are phenomenal obstacles. Oh, Diggy, now is not the time. Phenomenal obstacles, but by digging tunnels underneath them, we can drastically improve our infrastructure. The mass tunnel will be the first of these, greatly improving accessibility to the city of Rotterdam from the south. Yes, and the greatest source of our traffic jams in years to come. Right, so it looks like the fascists are winning over here. That's not too surprising. I don't think we can do anything else. I mean, the war industrialists may be useful later, but for right now it's not really all that useful. Let's go with the military theorist. Because we do want enough army experience so we can modify the templates a little bit. Also, we have some free military factories. Let's get some support equipment built. Also, we can now build more civilian factories, so let's for now keep doing that. And nothing over there. I believe we can also build some factories in here. I mean, they are doing that a little bit. With the main islands fully built out. And let's just max out the infrastructure on the main islands. We want all that sweet oil and rubber. But it'll take some time to cut through all that, so... Right. Prices here are down to just 30%. Right. We can now cave to the Germans. Let's do this now because it's quite quick. While we still have the lead, let's do it one more time to make sure that the British will not interfere, because if we do not have the thing, the requirements, it'll stop the focus, and that's an annoying mechanic. All right. Not much else I need. Now let's just build more guns then, because we will need them. Alright, so that should make Germany like me. And now we can do Volk and Vaderland. Or do I want to continue with this? Let's get started on this so we can get our politics flipped over. Anyway, that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.